Morning, family. How are you doing? Addict named Kent. And this morning, I'm going to talk about step 1 through 3. Step 1 is we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. This is an awareness. Wake me up that I am powerless over my addiction and that my life had become unmanageable. Step 2 is we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. This shows that we're not only aware that we are powerless, but we completely went off the rails and don't know where to go. Step 3, thank God for step 3, because we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. This God of our understanding takes all our messed up, jumbled ideas, okay, and takes them from here to here and brings them together and gives us the ability to love, care, have empathy, understanding, compassion, and be able to be a human being again. Because many of us in addiction never learned how to be human. We learned how to be a robot, how to react to a situation, not how to deal with a situation. So once we do that, we need to understand and comprehend the difference between the God of what we were raised with and the God that is today. Without talking about the Bible, I need to tell you this, that God is not in a church, okay? He is not in a building. The building doesn't save you from your addiction. God does. Whatever that may be, whether it's Buddha, Allah, or some other form of God, it doesn't matter. Even Atlantis knew that God existed because they had an altar for every single solitary god that there ever was known to man. The Roman gods, the Greek gods, they had a statue to them. But they also had a statue titled on it to the unknown God. And that God is the God that is my higher power. I am no respecter of persons, and I am no better than you. He can be your God as well. Because He is and was here through all the creation. Okay? God can help you stand when we feel lost and alone. And all we need to do is pray. The easiest way to understand why we acted the way we did is by understanding and relating to what we lost. So when we do that, we come to the realization that a God of our understanding is that God that we knoweth. And He doesn't have to be holier than thou, judgmental, throw a lightning bolt up your butt if you don't listen to me. Because that is not what God is about. God is all about caring, compassionate, and understanding. If you don't believe me, read the Bible. The Bible is not religious. Okay, so get that right out of your head. The Bible has nothing to do with being Catholic or being Roman Catholic or being Protestant or being Pentecostal. It's got nothing to do with that. Okay? The Bible was not written for any religion. NA is all about love, care, compassion, and understanding. We are supposed to be compassionate to our other fellow beings, our other fellow addicts, regardless of age, race, creed, religion, or sexual orientation. We are not to judge them for who they are. We need to get that right out of our head. Because this God that is today and can help you stay clean, you never have to use again if you rely on a God of your understanding and give your life up to this God. Because He will help you, or she will help you, or it will help you, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter what you call it. It just matters that you have something greater than yourself. If you're lost, think about this. How many times in your addiction did you say, just get me out of this one, Lord, and I promise I won't do it again? And yet the very next day we were back into it again. Do we think that He holds that against us? No, He doesn't. He doesn't. He's very forgiving and understanding. And I'm a believer that no matter what somebody does, I give them 3 chances. You blow the 3rd chance, you don't get a 4th. The old saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Well, I throw that out because if that was the case, many of us, how many times have we been hurt by our family, by our mothers, by our fathers, by our brothers, by our sisters, and yet continually we accept them? Is it because they're family? Partly. Is it because they're blood? Partly. But the main reason is because you love them. And you learned that love before you became an addict. And that love has stayed with you all this time. For those of us who were raised in a Christian home, we know what God is about. Holier than thou, throw a lightning bolt up your butt if you don't do what I say. That is so far from the truth, it's not even remotely close to what God is about. I have studied God. I understand God. That's not what God is about. Not at all. God loves regardless of age, race, creed, religion, or sexual orientation. That's what true godliness is all about. When you get this concept and you understand that principle, your whole life will go much easier. I don't have to worry about my addiction today because I have a God of my understanding, and that God is greater than my addiction. And whenever my addiction starts beaking in its head and sticking its whole ugly face out, my God kicks its butt. And I laugh every time I see it running because it's funny. Because many years my addiction kicked my butt and controlled me. But now my God kicks its butt. And I love every minute of it. You'll find my link. I'm a minister. I know counseling. If you have problems and you can't trust somebody, feel free to call me. My number will be on this link. And you'll be able to contact me on day or night. You can also find me on Facebook. Don't don't be afraid to talk to me. Okay? I always answer my messages. Okay? And I'll always answer the phone, even to bill collectors. So, may God bless you until we meet again.